You may choose to remember him in years to come for that smooth little jumper from the baseline, or the devastating defense, or even the back-to-back NBA championships in the mid-90s.
And 17,000 plus with the famed wave.
What Dream brought to the game.
The Dream Shake at its perfection.
When talking about African basketball, Hakeem Olajuwon is a name that always comes up. Known as the Dream, he was a Nigerian-American player who won 2 NBA championships, earned the league MVP award, and was named Defensive Player of the Year. He also holds the record for most blocked shots ever, highlighting his remarkable skill and commitment. Here's the twist. Olajuwon's impact extends beyond his stats and achievements. He motivated millions across Africa and helped create opportunities for a new generation of NBA stars. In this video, we will explore the life, career, and enduring impact of basketball legend Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Humble beginnings. Hakeem Olajuwon was born on January 21, 1963, in Lagos State, Nigeria. Interestingly, basketball wasn't part of his early aspirations, as the sport was not widely popular in Nigerian neighborhoods at the time. His initial passion was soccer. He was a talented goalkeeper, agile, alert, and instinctive. Interestingly, these traits would eventually characterize his defensive prowess in the NBA. Raised in a devout Muslim family, Hakeem developed discipline and humility from a young age. These core values laid the groundwork for his career and shaped his personality outside of the basketball court. Everything changed in 1978 when a 15-year-old Hakeem Olajuwon first played basketball at Muslim Teachers College in Lagos, Nigeria. Until then, he had rarely played basketball, having spent most of his youth as a soccer goalkeeper. However, the moment he stepped onto the court, his athleticism, shaped by years of footwork and agility from soccer, immediately became apparent. Though he was a late starter, Hakeem's commitment was exceptional. Coaches quickly observed how fast he grasped concepts, how intense his training was, and the respect he showed for fundamental skills. Hakeem's next significant move brought him thousands of miles away from home. In 1980, he departed Lagos, Nigeria, heading to the United States with a single aim: to pursue his basketball ambitions. He arrived at the University of Houston, where he played under the renowned coach Guy Lewis. At Houston, Hakeem joined one of college basketball's most exciting teams, Phi Slama Jama, a nickname that reflected their high-flying, fast-paced, highlight-filled style. The team also included another future NBA star, Clyde Drexler, and together they turned the Cougars into a team that fans had to see. Between 1982 and 1984, Olajuwon played a key role in guiding his team to 3 straight NCAA Final Fours, a remarkable accomplishment, even though they narrowly missed winning the national championship each time. Over 15 games, he averaged 15 points and 10 rebounds. Enjoyed this video? Before moving to the next, make sure to subscribe to the channel. When Hakeem Olajuwon entered the 1984 NBA draft, nobody thought about the profound influence he would have. The draft class was not only exceptional, but also legendary, featuring stars like Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, and Ralph Sampson. Despite this wealth of talent, the Houston Rockets saw potential in the Nigerian, who had been raised playing soccer and decided, yeah, we want him. From the start, Hakeem's was unstoppable. Alongside Ralph Sampson, they earned the nickname Twin Towers, transforming Houston into a championship contender quickly. After Sampson was traded to the Golden State Warriors in 1988, Hakeem carried the team, leading in rebounds, blocks, and heart. He wasn't just big, he was innovative, fast, and agile. Opponents couldn't contain him. His size, skill, and IQ made him a nightmare for defenders. When Michael Jordan briefly left basketball in 1993 to try baseball, the NBA was open. Hakeem Olajuwon stepped into the spotlight. He guided the Houston Rockets to consecutive NBA championships in 1994 and 1995, defeating prominent players such as Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson, and Patrick Ewing. Throughout that period, he secured 2 NBA Finals MVP awards, was named to the All-NBA First Team 6 times, and received the league MVP honor in 1994. Even today, Hakeem still holds the record for the most blocked shots in NBA history. more than any other legend to ever step on the court. That's how dominant he was. But what really defined Hakeem was his iconic move, the Dream Shake. It wasn't merely a basketball move, it was an art. With fluid fakes, pivots, and spins, he froze defenders or made them stumble, gliding past for easy scores. Even legends like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James sought out Hakeem's guidance. Reflecting on his work with players, Hakeem once said, "I've worked with a lot of players, but the one who really capitalized on it the most is Kobe Bryant. When I watch him play, he'll go down in the post comfortably and naturally, and he'll execute it perfectly." Kobe himself called Hakeem the most fundamentally sound big man ever. It wasn't only Kobe. Players such as Dwight Howard and Amar Stoudemire also visited Hakeem's private gym in Houston, keen to learn directly from the expert. Players such as Pascal Siakam, Serge Ibaka, and Joel Embiid drew inspiration from Hakeem Olajuwon during their formative years. His success demonstrated that African players could attain the highest levels of basketball achievement. Joel Embiid from Cameroon has called Hakeem his idol. The influence is apparent. His spins, fakes, and precise footwork all reflect Olajuwon's style. Following Hakeem's success, NBA scouts turned their attention to Africa. Initiatives such as Basketball Without Borders and NBA Academy Africa nurtured new talent, carrying forward his legacy. Hakeem Olajuwon's story isn't just about basketball, it's about breaking barriers and showing the world that greatness has no borders. He became the first non-American player ever to be named an NBA All-Star and start in the All-Star game, opening the door for international players to shine on the biggest stage. Then he did it again, making history as the first non-American to win both the NBA MVP and Defensive Player of the Year awards. Hakeem wasn't just good, he was dominant on both ends of the court, changing how the game was played. But 1994 was the year the dream reached a whole new level. Olajuwon became the first player in NBA history to win MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, and Finals MVP, all in the same season, while leading the Houston Rockets to back-to-back championships. That run cemented his place among the greatest ever to play. And his greatness didn't stop at the NBA. In 1996, Hakeem earned an Olympic gold medal with Team USA, completing an unbelievable journey from the streets of Lagos to the top of the basketball world. By the time he hung up his jersey, Hakeem was the NBA's all-time leader in blocks, with an incredible 3,830. He joined an elite group as one of only 4 players ever to record a quadruple-double, and then one of just 4 to surpass 20,000 points, 12,000 rebounds, and 3,000 blocks in a career. That's more than a stat sheet, it's a legacy. Over 18 seasons, he averaged 21.8 points, 11.1 rebounds, and 3.1 blocks per game, earning 12 All-Star selections and 2 championship rings. In 2008, his story came full circle when Hakeem Olajuwon was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to the man who turned the dream into reality. Playing style, the dream's dance. Hakeem Olajuwon didn't just play the center position, he transformed it. While most big men of his era depended on raw force, Hakeem blended power, elegance, and savvy in a way basketball had never experienced before. His signature move, the Dream Shake, was truly mesmerizing. Characterized by swift footwork, flawless fakes, and a silky finish that baffled defenders. Opponents could never predict his next move. They'd leap, spin, or stumble while Hakeem effortlessly scored on them. But his brilliance wasn't limited to offense. Defensively, he was a formidable presence, blocking shots with accuracy, dominating the paint, and even stepping out to defend quicker, smaller opponents. His impeccable timing, athleticism, and basketball IQ made him one of the most well-rounded players the sport has ever seen. Impact of Hakeem in the NBA? Beyond the court, back to the roots. Hakeem Olajuwon's legacy goes far beyond championships and stats. It's about impact. Proudly rooted in Lagos, he has never forgotten his origins. He's given back to his community through donations, sports programs, and youth development initiatives that help young Nigerians believe in their potential. From funding educational projects to supporting basketball camps, Hakeem has leveraged his success to create opportunities for others. In Lagos, his name carries deep respect. Coaches still tell stories of the times Hakeem visited local camps, inspiring kids who once only dreamed of seeing him on TV. For many, just meeting him was proof that greatness could be born right from their own neighborhoods. Hakeem Olajuwon is more than just a Hall of Famer. He serves as a link between Africa and America, from modest beginnings to worldwide fame. Starting from the soccer fields of Lagos to the NBA stage, he demonstrated that one's start does not determine one's potential. This is the story of Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon, the Nigerian soccer player turned NBA legend. If you enjoyed this story, please like and subscribe to SportBlot for more hidden sports stories, and share your favorite Hakeem moment in the comments, whether it's the Dream Shake, his championships, or his influence on African basketball. Keep dreaming big, just like Hakeem.